There's a quick one about a guy who just found out that his wife has a secret Reddit account. And for a while now, she's been showing off her lady parts, if you will, to the world. I think has over 1,000 followers and is just devastated. I mean, this poor guy just never saw this coming. But fortunately, this guy has come to accept reality, and he's lawyering up. He's gathering evidence, all that he can, lawyering her up, and he's about to kick her to the curb, as he certainly should. And it goes to show, guys, that you have to always pay attention to red flags. You have to pay attention to everything in today's world. And if she's doing something like this, it's over. And this is just her showing her body to the world, talking to other guys. We don't even know if she's actually cheating on him physically, which the odds are she will. And you're going to find out that he says back in high school, because they've been together since high school, she was like the hottest girl. So she's a 9 or a 10. And this is why you don't marry 9s and 10, because they're craving for attention, that they're beautiful and all that never stops. Titled, Found My Wife's Secret Instagram Account. And shout out to Nick for sending me the story. Guy says, I feel so defeated. My wife, a 31-year-old female, and I, a 28-year-old male, have been together for 11 years, married for 5. You got married at 23? Smack! The hell's the matter with you? What's the rush? We've been a little disconnected the last couple months, and I couldn't figure out why. Last night she was in the shower, and curiosity got the best of me, and went onto her phone and snooped around. He says, I know I shouldn't have, but I had the feeling something was going on there. It drives me crazy all these guys apologize for finding evidence on their wives cheating on them. Don't apologize. You knew something was wrong, and there you go. Long story short, she has 3 different accounts. Her personal one that responds to drama stuff on it. It's a T page, and one I'd never seen before with a fake name attached to it. I opened that one up, and lo and behold, there's pictures posted on of her that I'd never seen before, all taken in the mirror in our room wearing the lingerie I bought her. Oh my God. Attention and validation, guys, it never ends. The account is private, and she somehow has like 1,200 followers, and each picture has over 80 likes, and there were 35 posts going back to 4 months ago. The fact that the account is private and she has that many followers has me thinking she must be cross-posting on another platform or something. I don't even have an Instagram for myself anymore, but I do know how it works. I was scared to open up the DMs, but I had to, and no surprise, there are a shitload of guys giving her compliments and sending her sausage pictures of themselves, and I can see she actually sent them pictures back, and they disappeared already. There you go. And by the way, if I said Reddit in the beginning, I meant Instagram. There you go, guys. Attention and validation never stops. I felt my heart start to pound when I started reading these messages, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I just put her phone down and turned away from her side of the bed and acted like I was sleeping. I didn't want my emotions to get the best of me when I brought it up to her, so I tried to sleep on it, and I barely slept. So good he kept quiet while he can gather evidence. He should have taken some snapshots if he could and sent them to himself, but maybe he didn't have enough time. So there you go. He's been with her for like 11 years, married for 5, way too young, and this is the bullshit she's doing. And I have a very hard time believing that other BS has been going on for years. It's the next day now, and I'm really questioning myself and her. Does she have an OnlyFans or something like that? Is she actually meeting up with these guys behind my back? Or am I just blowing this all out of proportion? I feel like it's cheating, but I have a history of overreacting, so I don't even know what to think at this point. Bro, you're not overreacting. She's deceiving you. She's posting pictures of herself, the ones that you saw, and Lord knows what else she's exchanged. She could have an OnlyFans for all you know. And it could be other guys. You have every reason to react this way. I mean, if you were talking to other women and posting things or doing something equivalent that would infuriate her, you bet your ass she'd be pissed. We had so much planned for our future, and we just moved across the country together so she can pursue schooling and a new career. Oh, what, a nurse? So I'm feeling pretty alone in this right now. I'm going to bring this up to her at some point today, but I'm unsure how things will be afterwards. I still wouldn't be with her. Smack! You're out of your fucking mind. I love her, but I'm pretty hurt right now and not sure how to be able to move forward. What you need to move forward into the lawyer's office, and he will, don't get me wrong, but okay, our guy here is just blindsided and shocked. He's hurt. Any guy can understand that. But you can't stay with her. She's a liar, she's a cheater, and God knows what else is going on behind the scenes. Now his update. It says, I will try to keep you all updated. I wasn't expecting this amount of support and feedback. Going to try to get into her phone again ASAP and get some screenshots, look a little deeper, and then get a hold of a lawyer. There you go. Keep it cool as much as you can. Don't let her think anything's wrong, because believe me, women are masters at reading men and they can tell something's wrong. Remember, she's a cheater. So in her mind, everybody else is a cheater, and she's going to be paying extra attention to see if you've noticed anything. So if you behave in any different way, she's going to pick up on that, and she may try covering her tracks. So calm as can be, act like everything's normal, and get all the evidence, then go to the lawyer's office. I never thought we would come to this. It's actually crazy to think about. I get off work in a little bit, and I'm not going home right now. I need to collect myself. I don't know if I'll be able to even look at her. Well, that's okay. You can say maybe you're meeting up with a buddy, or you don't have any friends because you moved, doing something. But don't do anything too out of the ordinary, or she's going to get suspicious. You want the evidence. We've been together since high school, and she was literally the hottest girl in school. I was a freshman, and she was a senior. I couldn't believe she was giving me the time of day. That is weird. I mean, he's in the fucking 9th grade and she's a senior. Maybe he comes from money and everybody in town knows that. I don't know, you know? But hottest girl in high school. There you go. She's a 9 or a 10. You don't marry a relationship with 9s and 10s because they behave like they do nowadays. Always craving that attention, etc., etc. Difficult, usually, egos. I can go on. We've been together ever since, and so I have no idea what life is going to be like on my own. Thank God we don't have any kids, or even though we tried, it never worked out. Not sure when I'll get back to this account, but we'll do my best to get back on here and update everything at some point. Thanks, everyone. So he wisened up after his first post, and then he's now realizing it's talking to a lawyer. But I'm sorry it's happened to you, but this has happened a lot of guys. And yes, go keep it your cool, get all the evidence you can, talk to a lawyer, find out your options. You haven't been married that long, fortunately, but I have no idea the circumstances behind your marriage or financial situation. Thank God you don't have any kids. But if she's going to school, then obviously somebody's paying the bills. It's him, so therefore he's going to get hit with some alimony and stuff like that, but hopefully not too bad. But you know what, bro? You are 27, 28 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you, okay? Take the hit now and move on. You're a strong man. I know you have it in you, and you can rebuild. And the next time around, take your time with your girl. Really do your homework and all that. And learn and try to figure out where things you went wrong. But the biggest one is you don't marry a 9 or 10. Okay? It's just too much trouble there. I don't need to explain it all again. You guys know that watch me regularly why you don't marry those types of relationships. You gotta get married, marry a 6 or 7 or maybe an 8 on a case-by-case basis. And you're gonna have to definitely be strong there. But hell, even the 6s, hell, even the 2s nowadays think that they're the queens of Sheba. Now some comments for wrap this up. As one dude says, cheating is not always sex. It is hiding things, exchanging nudes, emotional affairs, private accounts. Cheating is anything hidden from your partner that crosses boundaries, is disrespectful to your partner and relationship. Having a private account full of risque pictures and other things your wife is doing is absolutely cheating in my mind. I totally agree with this guy. She is showing a total lack of respect for you, the marriage, no loyalty, total disregard of the vows to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others. She is out of line, and if you don't want a divorce, some serious marriage and personal counseling is needed. Although as long as she has been doing this, she probably doesn't give a damn. She's checked out your relationship and is filling her cup elsewhere. If I were you, I would gather proof and hit her with divorce papers. Exactly. Don't waste your time with marriage counseling. She'll probably gaslight him and say, it's your fault I'm doing this because you're not paying enough attention to me and blah, 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 blah. Another one. He says, first, let's get things straight. She's doing all this behind your back, which means she's actively lying to you, which is not something a good partner does. Don't confront your wife until you gather evidence against her, because once you do, there's a good chance she will deny everything and immediately delete everything she can. Guaranteed she will. Gather evidence, go to the lawyer, find out your options, and frankly, I would just serve her with divorce papers. Also find out, what you can afford based on what your lawyer may think you may have to pay in alimony, and then the split assets and all that. Do your homework before you let loose. This guy also says, best case scenario, she just gets off from strangers looking at her body. Medium case scenario, she has an OnlyFans. And worst case scenario, she's a private escort. Well, none of those scenarios make her wife material to me. You mentioned that her Instagram is private, so she has to be getting the traffic from another place. Try reverse searching the images and Google her IG profile to see what else you can find. If the car she drives is yours, you'll be able to place tracking and audio recording devices inside of it without getting into legal trouble since it's your property. But always check with your lawyer first. Yes, states can be really psycho about that. So find out first. I mean, if it's your car, if it's in your name and she's driving it, then you can no doubt get away with this crap. But if it's in her name and you put listening devices or tracking devices, that can come back to haunt you. Talk to your lawyer. And finally, it says, once you've gathered enough evidence, then confront her. All this evidence will help getting her to come clean with you, or at least in court in the divorce proceedings. There you go. So I wish this guy the best. But yeah, lots of lessons in here, but this guy can't stay with her. Even if she isn't physically cheating, and I'm sure that has come into play once or twice, but even then, all this, in my opinion, is grounds to kick her to the curb. End of freaking story. And if not, it's only a matter of time she'll keep doing this crap again. She'll just get more slick at hiding her indiscretions.